You know, you have all of his pleasure, right? When my first daughter was born, she just turned 18. So I am actually old enough to have an adult child. I know I don't look like it. That wasn't good enough. When she was first born and they handed her to me, my heart melted. You know that feeling. And in that moment, I looked at her and I said, let's see how this goes. No, I didn't say that. I looked at her and I said, everything I have is yours. Right? Everything I have is yours. All of my love I didn't even know I had access to, is yours. All of my favor is yours. All of my pleasure is yours. Jesus grew in wisdom and favor with God and with man. At 30 years of age, he goes under the water and he comes up out of the water baptized by his cousin John. And the heavens open and the Father's voice says, "This is my Son whom I love. With him I am well pleased." And for 30 years, Jesus had one responsibility: to grow sure in his Father's pleasure. He had all of his Father's pleasure when he was born. Amen? The Father said, everything I have is yours. Jesus taught us this, the parable of the prodigal son. Everything I have is yours. That's what the Father's saying. Everything I have, all that I am, everything I have, all that is mine is yours. I give it to you, and I give it to you the moment that you enter into the fellowship of my life, death, and resurrection. It's yours. So when Jesus grew in wisdom and favor with God and with man, what was really taking place is, listen, I understand you can grow in favor with man, I get that, but the idea of growing in favor with God is a little confusing unless you realize he had all of God's favor at birth. He had all of it the moment he entered the earth. He was growing in the revelation. You get it? You have all of the Father's pleasure this morning. He couldn't be more pleased with you at any other time than he is right this moment. You believe it? And our responsibility, our great joy, our great privilege is to grow in the revelation of it, to grow sure. Jesus came to show us the Father and what it looks like to live confident in our Father's great affection and our Father's great pleasure day in and day out. Then he went to a cross, he died, and when he rose, he purchased for us that same confidence, that same security, so that we too could live like Jesus lived, confident in our Father's affection, confident in his favor, confident in his good pleasure. Amen? I no longer live for it, I live from it. You don't have to live for his pleasure. You already got it. You get to live from it. That's a good word. It's called the good news.